everybody, and welcome to Paranormal Nation Radio Show. I don't know, waiting on Denise and Ron to see if they're going to be on tonight. If not, we'll be doing Echo Box and Necroponics. So, how's everybody doing? Hi, Nigel. Thank you, Nigel, for sharing it over the page and everything. And you can also find us on Rumble on Born TV over there. Let me make sure I got everything set up over here on Rumble so we can see what's going on. So, there. I got the Rumble set up on the other monitor over here. But, like I said, I'm just waiting around a little bit here for Denise and Ron to show up. So, if you have any questions, make sure to put them in the chat room, either on Rumble or over here on Facebook and Twitter, and we'll get them answered. So while I'm waiting around, I'll get my phone set up for them. This is my group page name is People Ghostly Hunt Lives. Okay, Nigel, I'll have to look that one up and join it. So after the show, I'll look that one up and do it. But like I said, I haven't heard from Denise and Ron, so I'm waiting to see if they're going to be on here tonight or if they're busy at the house. So I will see, turn my phone on. Yeah, that one turned on. We'll see how much battery is in it and stuff and keep things going. So again, everybody, welcome to Paranormal Nation Radio. We're on Things Network, the Temple of Phoenix Rising Entertainment Facebook page, Japan Paranormal page. So check them all out. Check us on Born TV over on Rumble. So getting my stuff set up here, and we'll be watching and wait for Denise and Ron to show up. Oh, come on, unlock, swipe. Okay, phone. See what it does here. There, I got it unlocked. Now we'll get things going here. Okay. Get that set up there. Get my speaker going.
Power on.
So we'll see what we can hear. If you have any questions for Necrophonics, please ask them. Okay, got the speaker set up here. No, I'm not doing that. No. What's going on here? Oh. Okay, here we go. Using necrophonics. Is there anybody here that want to talk to us? Who is it? Who's here to talk? Who needs help? Who wants to talk to me? Is there anybody here that wants to talk to us tonight? You keep hearing Steven, Facebook user. Go to StreamYard.com/Facebook to give him permission to use your name. Yeah, I can hear you. Hey, there's Denise and Ron. So we'll let them get all set up there and then we'll get to talking. Who are you? Do you have anything to say to Denise? Okay, we'll talk to you later. Thank you. Night. Hey, they're polite.
Oh, yeah. So,
how are you doing?
I'm fine. I'm echoing.
That's on me, I think. Just a second.
Okay.
It shouldn't be.
Well, let's say something now. No.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. You say I only have this one
I'm
up.
hearing you on there, not in my headphones. What's going on here?
Sorry. Let me turn on the overhead light.
Yeah. Now we'll see what goes on.
Well, next week we may be coming to you live from Florida.
Oh, really?
Yep. Here's our closing packet. So, and I'm so sorry that you came down here on Sunday and nobody was here. Ron was here. It's just our bedroom is in the very back of the house. So it makes it really difficult to hear somebody at the front door. And
yeah, I had the fans on and I was getting ready to open a can of paint and the phone rang and Denise had just left. So I thought, she was calling to say, hey, I forgot something or what else do we need from the store. Right. And it was my cousin, Brandon.
The one I married him and his wife. So, right. And Brandon just.
But I didn't. Otherwise, I'd been in the front room painting. I could have looked out the window and saw a car out there. But I was on the phone with him for over an hour or so.
Oh.
And of course, I didn't have my phone. And on my tablet, if I'm away from the house, unless I have Wi-Fi, I have no clue. It's been the weirdest 10 days of me not having my phone.
Oh, I'll bet.
So, but yeah, next week, hopefully, Tuesday night, take a break of moving stuff in and get on, see what's going on. Of course, I don't know where we're going to sit, maybe sit on the floor, but they cut down the tree that I wanted them to cut down. They got rid of the vines I asked for. Yeah, Lindsay said they were there grinding the stump this morning on this one tree. So that's all done. But yeah, sorry we're late. I had my pulmonologist appointment. Every 6 months I have one.
Right.
So I had just I got done at 4:15. If I had come the highway, I think I'd still be sitting on the highway.
Yeah.
I came down.
It's getting horrible.
I came down Metcalf to 159th.
Right.
So it's horrible. And you saw that.
Yeah,
right?
I didn't. I thought when Denise got home, I thought she was kidding when she said you came down. I went, what?
No,
I didn't hear anything, or
I beat on the front
I knew you
door.
said you might.
Yeah, I beat
But
on
I
the
said
front
there's
door.
no hurry because we'll still be here for a while. So
Right. I beat on the front door. I tried ringing the doorbell.
yeah, it's broke.
Did you want to get electrocuted? It's the make your own ghost doorbell.
Oh, well, that's why there's black tape on it.
Yep.
Yeah.
But people still find a way to ring it. But so today we had an inspection of this house. So the girl comes in and she looks at me and she goes about her business and she comes back and she goes, "You look really familiar." And I said, "She doesn't look familiar to me. I've never seen her before." She comes and they scan our bedroom. And while she's scanning our bedroom, she notices my paranormal books. There's not that many of them left. And most are packed up. And she goes, "Do you ever go to Atchison?" I said, "Not anymore." I said, "I used to." She goes, "About 5 or 6 years ago." And I go, "Oh, yeah, then all the time." And she goes, "This is going to sound funny." She goes, "But did I meet you at the Sally house?" And I said, "Quite possibly." She goes, "My dad went to Benedictine. And so they go up there all the time. And she thinks that I was the person who gave her a tour of the Sally house. So I pulled out my handy dandy Sally house notebook.
Right.
And I remember that.
Yep.
Hey, Gary.
Hey, Gary. Nigel.
So that's that was my funny story for today. So
right. Well, we got down there and everything, and to prove I was up by the door, there's a box with your solar lights for your sidewalk in it, and the bush out front. In between the bush, you got a golf club laying there.
Yes.
Yeah.
We also have a golf bag.
Oh, I believe you were there.
Golf bag in the basement for
Twice.
that golf.
We said we.
You know what we
blame
found?
my cousin Brandon.
Yeah, he's been calling my phone at 11 o'clock.
Yeah,
at
usually
night.
he calls at midnight. I don't know what was, and he's usually drunk.
Oh,
but it's okay. He's a pilot.
Yeah, they're allowed to drink, just not on the job.
Right.
He's a pilot. He's a pilot for Amazon.
Oh, your auction is set for June 17th. His auction for all his antiques.
Oh. You
Yeah.
happen to have a sewing machine case? Mine that my mom gave me. So the sewing machine is the stand and stuff where it goes down inside and you pull it up and so the top of it was wood. The legs were wood. The sides were pressed wood. Okay. The pressed wood is from prior to 1965.
Right.
So guess what I had to throw away? I had to throw away the case because the legs and everything was into the pressed wood.
Right.
So it's like, okay, well, my dad, it was a wedding gift from my dad to my mom.
Uh-huh.
So I felt really bad. I took the sewing machine out of it and threw the case away. So, and needless to say, apparently I'm now an antique as well, based on the age of that.
Yeah.
So,
Well, we've got one. We've got a old sewing machine in here. It's got the wrought iron bottom and
Yeah.
pedal and all that.
is it a treadle?
Uh-huh.
That's what my great grandmother had. And, you know, I think there was one at my mom's house, but I think it got burnt up in the fire in Pikeville that supposedly
Gary's got one that he's got an old Singer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was. It was a Singer sewing machine that my mom had. What it is now, it's a universal.
I don't know why you have it. You said you don't even know how to use them.
That one is not the original one.
No.
Don't you remember? I used to make the kids.
I've never seen you do anything with it. I just move it
I used to make
one
the kids.
place to the next.
Right.
I used to make the kids' clothes.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. When we lived
On that? On the old sewing machine?
On the one before. On this one. So a friend of mine, when my sewing machine broke, a friend of mine that from work said, hey, I can take your sewing machine and fix it.
Right.
He couldn't fix it. So he got another one and replaced it, not realizing the sentimental value of the original sewing machine. He just thought that it was just a sewing machine. He didn't realize it was a gift from my mom.
Right.
So, and my mom was still alive then. That was right after we moved here. That he tried to fix it for me. And I actually paid him to fix it. And that's the reason why he replaced it. It was when Tim was out of work. And so, I mean, I feel bad that I've never used this one, but it's different, so it's going to take me learning how to use it again. But Ron's mom gave me one too.
Right.
And I think hers will be easier to use. But hers is a tabletop version, not a stand version. So I've got to find a stand for this old one and see if I can figure it out. But it's the kind with the knee pedal.
Right.
And like I said, those are easy to use. You don't tend to, with your knee, go as fast.
Hi, Lauren.
So, hey, Lauren.
But I don't know. Today's just been a really long day.
My question to you guys is, have you ever ate at that Mrs. B's?
Once, a long time ago.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
We went up there.
Was it?
Yeah.
Was it that place? Same place?
Yeah.
I thought it was the old place.
No, that's Lucille's. You're thinking of. I got food to go once up here by the laundromat. One time.
That's always been there?
Yeah.
It's been there for 15 years.
That place was.
I've never been in there, so I don't.
That place.
Yeah, on Sunday.
The thing is,
and weekends, yeah.
If people only knew how much drugs those people are taking, they wouldn't go there.
Yeah, I could see that.
And Burger King. Burger King is all crackheads, meth heads.
Yeah, Miss B's always busy on the weekends, but I've never ate there.
Yeah, they had fantastic food, great service.
Yeah. Hers really good, but
well, maybe because they're on their meth, they can't stop moving.
And we got a big discount down there.
For what?
For one thing, being a veteran.
Oh, okay. And
they said, "Where are you from?" And I said, "Gallatin, Missouri." Well, what are you doing down here? I said, "We're down here. I own the Bill of Rights Network. I'm down here to see one of my hosts." Well, who's that? So I gave them your name. I said, "Yeah, they've lived here in Lewisburg for 20 years and stuff." Really? So we got up there to pay, right? They said, "Well, we're giving you a discount because you're a veteran and because you drove all the way down to see these people on Mother's Day. And I went, well, that's real nice of you. So
Well, that's good.
they gave me a picture of their menu, the front of the menu. So I
Uh-huh.
showed it on our show last night
Yeah.
and everything to give a little boost to them. But
Yeah,
Hey, Barb.
that place at one time was
It's always busy.
yeah, it is always
But-
busy. Down a little bit further, we used to have a chicken place that went out of business years ago.
right.
Well, the steakhouse just before we moved down.
Yeah,
It was
yeah, we
supposedly
used
really
to.
good before it burned down.
We had actually it didn't burn down. We had Cattleman's, and there was two. Okay, so at one time Cattleman's was next to the
From here
graveyard.
on out, everything I say is not true.
So
She'll fix it.
well, this is what happened. So our ex son-in-law, there was a Cattleman's restaurant here. They went there that night for dinner. That night it burned down. It's next to the little graveyard here.
Did I
Right.
just not say that?
But they reopened it where the barbecue place is now. Cattleman's was there. We used to eat there with your
Right
mom
down there at the
at the
stoplight.
four-way.
At
Mhm.
the stoplight, and you turn right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you would turn left.
Bar-
Actually, you would turn left from our direction.
I said there was a really good, from what I understand, everybody said there's a really
We
good
ate there.
steakhouse.
Don't you remember eating there?
The one that burned down next to the school?
It was the same one. It was Cattleman's. We ate at Cattleman's.
Right up here by the graveyard.
Yes.
No, I don't ever remember eating there.
After it burned down, they reopened at the one that
Well, I
we
don't. I
had.
ain't not talking about where it reopened.
It was the
Hello, Barbara, spiritual medium, listening from Wales. Thank
Oh,
you.
Hey, Barbara. But yeah, it was the same place, and that's where Leah had her first pickle with your parents when they came to our house the very first
The
time.
one that was right next to the graveyard. I never saw that building.
No,
But we-
it was still
But we also got to see your
Okay.
your
I
path
just
that
said
you go around the
That was a
lake.
good steakhouse, from what everybody said, until it burned down. It burned down just before we started coming down here.
and we still ate at Cattleman's Barbecue.
Well, not that one.
Why would we have eaten there? It was gone.
I know. That's what I just said. See, even when we agree, she wants to fight. It's amazing.
Hey, I know the feeling.
But Carl,
Is it?
don't you understand where he's saying it burned down? Yes, that one burned down, but it was the same place, just in a different building.
I wasn't
But it was-
talking about that. I was talking about the empty spot next to the
It
graveyard.
doesn't matter because it was Cattleman's Barbecue.
Well, they
No,
said
you're
everybody
talking
said
about
fuck
the
after that.
the graveyard that's right up the road is
Yeah.
where we was going back towards the four-way.
Yep.
Yeah, there's that. And then
Yeah, there's
this-
an empty lot. They've been trying to sell it for ever, and no one will buy it.
Well, they didn't
Oh,
really
really?
need to sell it because they just used it for all the paving and crap that they just finished. So at least you got to see the end.
Yeah, well, we got to
That's
see the lake. We pulled over there and parked for a while and everything and watched a couple of people walking around the lake.
Don't we have a really nice lot?
Yeah, you need to mow it.
I just did a week ago.
Oh my God, if it grows
Yeah,
like
I
that in
know.
a week,
Yeah,
how short are you mowing it?
pretty short.
Damn.
You can even tell I hardly mowed it.
Because when we first pulled up, I looked at it and I went, well, this is the address.
we had rain, and man, it's
And I know that's
can't get
Ron's
out there.
work car, that Toyota, because I walked up by it and the tools were in the back in the black case. And I went, it's got to be Ron's.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well,
And
I mean, hard to believe the fire department and any delivery place can't find us except
Mhm.
for FedEx and UPS. They can always find us.
Yeah.
They're here all the time.
But yeah, if it wasn't every time we don't get stuff delivered that often, but I can guarantee that if somebody's coming, I need to be outside waiting for them because they will drive.
Well, we drove by it the first time because it said the directions told us to turn there. And I looked and I went, well, they live at a dead end road. That road goes on around. So we went down to the next road and turned and came back in
Told
and
you,
everything.
you didn't have a neighbor.
and stuff. So, anyway, we went back up, turned around, came back, and I turned in that first drive. And we drove all the way around to where it comes to the end and backed up and came back around. And as I come around to turn to get back up on the road, I look at that house and I go, there's the number right there.
Yep.
Well, we pulled down there. Tammy's sitting in the car and she goes, go knock on the door and make sure it's the right house before I get out. And I went, okay. So I walked up there, pushed on the doorbell. I didn't hear it go off. So I beat on the door and waited. And I went, Denise's car is gone. So.
Oh, man, I tell you, I wish I'd known.
And then, you know what's funny? After that, I get in the car and Tammy goes, I'm going to call Denise. And I went, no, don't. She's calling your phone. I said, it's no good. She ain't got her phone. And stuff. So I said, the kids have got it using it as a hotspot.
Probably a good thing I didn't know you were here, because I would have put your butts to work.
Hey, I
would have
figured
put
that.
a paintbrush in your hand and a roller. So
yeah,
man,
I'm blistered from painting.
Gary said
I started to honk the horn out there, but I looked around and seen a lot of people up and down the street, and I go, I'm not going to sit here and honk a horn. But I just about did walk around back and go up on the deck.
No, I would not come up my deck.
Why?
It's dangerous.
Oh.
I know why it's always been a little shaky.
Yeah, it has always been. No,
it's underneath.
Yeah.
The boards, there's a gap. There are nails, the two nails on the one side have come out, separated. Yeah, I need to.
Oh, so it's not.
I can fix. Yeah, I can fix that.
Unfastened from the house.
They're
I can see
from
it.
each other. So from the joist.
It's always been like that. It's always was kind of shaky.
I've never liked walking down the stairs.
They shouldn't have ever had it with nails. They should have put lag bolts.
I know.
And so on all
I
the
fix
top,
it with screws.
Many of the top boards are rotten.
Right.
From 23 years old. I stained the
the
bottom. You know, I'd stained the stairs and all that at one time. But again, if you don't keep up with it, guess what? It doesn't.
But the frame and the joist, everything is all that's solids. It's just the wood that's on the top,
right,
on the steps, and that's it.
Right.
That's not a big deal.
But yeah, but it was an interesting drive.
So what did you think of 69 Highway and where they're putting the toll road? Wasn't that stupid?
I don't know if they were working Sunday, were they?
No, he still had to go through the one lane.
Yeah.
Yep. I seen all that.
Yep, I'm
gonna deal with that every day.
Yeah.
Unless I go south.
When I was going to the doctor today, it was pretty well stopped going over 151st Street. Slow going until you got to pretty much 135th, but coming back, they had it down to one lane.
Yeah, it was horrible.
And that's rush hour.
That was
at that
this
point.
morning and tonight.
You couldn't get by. So like I said, I came the long way. I went down Metcalf until I got to 159th Street. So
and then that the story you had where you was driving down the road and seen that you didn't know what it was running through the field. Was that was that on 69?
Yeah.
No, it was on 68.
Oh, okay. Because I was on 69, I kept looking over there at that open pasture going, I'll bet that's the one.
No, 68 east of Lewisburg is where that was. Now the ghost car.
Oh, is that where you say you saw something?
Yeah, that was where I saw something running.
Yeah, you didn't know what.
I didn't know what that was. But I saw a ghost car on 69 between 175th Street. No, I think it's 179th Street and 199th Street. And it was weaving in and out of traffic, and it wasn't just me that saw it. Lauren saw it.
Yeah.
And I still can't remember if I had taken him out of school to take him to the dentist that day, meaning it was in, April or May, or if it was in the summer, June or July.
But other people have seen that same car too.
Yeah.
Do the same
really?
thing. Oh yeah.
I called the police because I thought they had had an accident. So it was that compelling of a sighting that I actually pulled off to the side of the road right before 199th Street.
But where she actually saw it, there's a road that actually goes underneath the highway. I think back then it was a 2-lane road, and that was a turnoff. You just turned off the highway there on that road. I think that's what happened.
But yeah, I stopped the car, got out of the car. I was on the phone with 911 at the time, and I got out of the car and I walked over there, and I didn't see any tire tracks. I saw there was a fence there. So I'm really confused. I get back on the road and I head up to 199th Street, take off the exit, and go to the store there, the convenience store, and asked if anybody had been in with, a red car, possibly with some damage to it, dragging maybe a fence or something. Nope. They just kind of looked at me like I was crazy.
Yeah, when that car had its accident, there was no fence there, I guarantee it. And there was no little overpass.
So it must have been a residual haunting or just something that happens around the time that
That's got to be a
happened.
residual. Like I said, they've had lots of other people saw the same thing and described the car going off the road.
Right.
I just think it's really odd.
Red Mustang.
Yeah, older
about
Mustang.
64, 65.
That's how I described it anyway.
Right.
Mustang. But like I said, if I hadn't had Lauren right there with me, I don't know if I'd even admit to calling the police or anything, but she was there with me.
Right.
And I just don't know why I haven't seen it again. Like I said, conditions, time, day, is it?
You may have to be there at that certain day, at that certain time. For it to
this car was
reappear.
weaving in and out of traffic. I mean, people were slowing down because of this.
So other people saw it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I kept seeing lights and all this. It was just one of those weird things.
Hey, Anthony.
Anthony.
I can't explain it. But I can talk about it for a half an hour easy. But I can't explain it. So I'd like to say hi to everybody. Barbara, enjoy your phone call. Anthony, I hope you're doing well. I hope your weather's good down there in Arizona. So, but yeah, we got all kinds of stuff going on. We had, like I said, we had an inspection today. We'll find out if we accept what they offer us.
Oh, so you had somebody come in and make an offer.
Still not as high as I like, but if we don't have to do anything else, I'll take it. As long as they don't, from what I can see on the contractual documents that I signed, we don't have to wait for them to say minus repairs.
Right.
Because they may just rescind their offer, which is
right. Right.
So, but we'll hopefully know something here within the next 24 hours.
I'm not holding my breath. So
I'm not either. But we'll know something. Right now, we do have a contract on it with them. But either of us can cancel at any time.
Right. Right.
So,
yeah, we're not going to mess with the realtor until we get back.
Right. But you're going to take a load down. You're going to take a load down there. Going to leave out Saturday?
Yep,
it's the plan. And if I have to work all night to load the truck.
Yeah. Well, may have to. You're going to load it Friday night?
Yeah.
I may
I got everything. It's right.
Everything's trip right down there and help you load it.
Everything's right by the garage door. I'll just, throw up 10, 12 boxes in there and then rearrange it and then throw some more in it. And then I got these dressers going in. This is the biggest thing is the dressers.
And
they're not that big.
And I'll take all the drawers out.
Will you?
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, because the drawers are boxes.
I know.
So yeah, we'll take all the drawers out.
You say that every time.
Take the mirror off. That should help. And
yeah, that's most of the weight on that.
And then maybe even take off the headboard on the bed.
Yeah,
Gary wants to know what size of truck you're taking.
26.
26 footer.
And we're towing our car, so it'll be a fun ride.
On a full trailer, not just on the.
Yeah, there's no sense of her driving the car behind me.
Right. Yeah, you're putting it on a trailer and not a dolly.
Well, I kept seeing U-Hauls going down the road, and I bet half of them had a car they were towing.
Uh-huh.
And I thought, well, why don't we do that? That sounds like a better idea than just, driving two vehicles.
Right. Well, it's
but
always
the way we
good.
get along, it might ought to just split it up anyway.
Yeah. So how long do you think it'll take you to drive down there?
Yeah, it's going to be, we're not going to make great time.
It'll probably it's supposed to be a 14-hour trip. So we figured the driving part's probably going to be about 16 hours at least.
16 to 18.
It just depends, really, on traffic and everything else. The worst traffic we're going to have is going to be Springfield, Missouri.
Uh-huh.
Always not good. Right there where we get on the road going down to Jonesboro. Then it'll be bad in Memphis, but we're not in Memphis that long, thank goodness. And then Birmingham. Montgomery's usually not bad.
Nah.
Right.
But I wish there was a way we could go around Birmingham.
Man,
there was like
problems.
3 accidents.
I used to go through Birmingham way back when I didn't have any problems.
Yeah.
Ever.
This last time we went, there was 3 accidents in Birmingham.
It has grown.
Really?
So, it's changed quite a bit just since we've started going down.
Mm-hmm.
It starts out way further than it used to. Seems like.
Yeah, it's gotten
from
bigger.
The west side anyway. It's kind of like Des Moines. Des Moines is starting so much further south than it used to, with all the new roads that they've put in. So.
Right. Now your daughter did the walkthrough down there the other day, right?
Yeah, she did another one this morning.
Did she?
Yeah, they basically repainted the entire inside of the house.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. There was so many places where they had to touch up that they pretty much just said, let's just stop putting the tape on the wall. We'll just repaint the whole thing. They they lubed all the windows to make sure that all the runners are good. They reset all the doors. They touched up some of the cabinet doors as well. Fixed the garage door opener. The safety sensor had been knocked off and then driven over. So they had to replace that.
If they had only known what they were getting, they wouldn't do any of that.
Yeah. If they'd only known we are the white trash of the neighborhood. Changed everything. But like I said, they did cut down the tree, grinded the stump, and Lindsay said the only thing she sees us having problem with is fire ants and possibly spiders. So there's spiders in the house. But I told her, I said, it's probably from having the doors open and all that while they were working on stuff.
Probably.
Yeah. While they were building it, they got in and couldn't get out. So.
Well, you're not taking any animals down there with you, are you?
Not this time.
Okay. I would do a bunch of spraying while you're down there and get that all taken care of before you bring the animals down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the little ones.
Oh, of course. So Lindsay says she uses boiling water with the fire ants. But I do know that spiders do not like peppermint.
Right.
So I will bring my peppermint. Susan gave me some peppermint for my migraines. So I have that and some spray bottles. And we sprayed it in the garage and it seemed to work.
Yeah.
We spray, when we went to load everything.
It didn't take much.
Garage,
it's like 8 drops.
And so I
Really?
sprayed the
Yeah.
whole garage floor and around on the walls with it downstairs before we started putting boxes out there to try to keep
I
it.
haven't seen any spiders in the garage
Oh,
since.
yeah.
I mean, it was loaded. I know it.
Oh yeah. And
I haven't seen any down there, and I've been in there a lot lately.
we got that Zevo stuff too. That's safe. Excuse me, safe around kids and animals
Right.
for ants and roaches and something else. But I sprayed a couple spiders with it. They died. I don't know what's in that stuff, but if it's safe to use around the kids and stuff, then
Right.
I mean, I wouldn't say, hey, kids, go ahead and eat that sandwich that I just sprayed with this. But it does smell like bug spray.
Now, when are you going to come back?
We'll be back here by Thursday.
Oh, are you?
So
And then get the next load all loaded up and ready to head out again.
that'll just depend on when.
That'll be the final one.
So
It all
So,
depends when the
All
house.
all the girls ready to go?
don't know.
I don't know.
Oh,
We've got some discussions to have.
oh,
So
okay.
there's some things
A lot of wheels are turning,
and they can't stop now. They have to keep going. So don't have a choice.
That's right.
Because if this contract does go through on this house, we close on this one on the 16th of next month. That's if that goes through. If not, then we have a whole different problem to deal with.
Yeah,
then.
you got a whole different problem. You're stuck with two houses.
Well, and that's the thing. What are we going to do then? Am I going to go down and deal with the stuff down there while he's dealing with stuff here, or vice versa?
yeah, I just when I get back, I'll just continue fixing stuff. Like I said, paint
Paint's cheap.
does it changes. I mean, just the hallway in that room back there it looks totally different.
Oh, yeah, that wall looks completely different back there.
Yeah,
We're used to the purple up there at the top of it.
yep.
Yeah, right across there.
That was
bedroom
actually
and
called
hallway was pretty. It needed some. Well, the whole thing needs painting, but I can do the living room and the kitchen. I think in probably a day or two.
I don't think you can.
No, I'm not doing the ceiling.
Well,
That ceiling was the part that thing sucked.
Those 40-foot ceiling, 40-foot sides of the wall is the part that it's like, no. It's dangerous. And we don't have that much life.
On the outside, you could paint it with a drone. You ever thought of that? Drone painting?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah. I bet they have them.
Yeah, all they'd have to, one thing you'd do is get one of the big drones that can carry a lot of weight and have it carry up the spray gun.
About a gallon at least.
Well, no, you have a long hose with your spray gun and hook it up to the drone and just go back and forth, back and forth.
I
say you could program it to do that.
Yeah.
You could.
Programmed because of Windows.
Because our house, the front part of the house is the only part that has any trim painted. So the other three sides it's just paint, just shoot it.
It's the way to do it.
So you don't have to worry about, painting any trim or anything. So you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah,
I just think it's dangerous as hell and stupid. I really do. Only because of the fact that you saw how high it was above the garage, above those bedrooms. That's high. Not to mention the beehives that are up there.
What do you think I knocked those down with?
A drone?
A pole.
You can't reach that.
I did reach it.
The one above the kids' bedroom?
Yeah.
From what, a window?
Yeah. No. I nailed some the trim together.
Hey, that's the way
you
to
do that with a paintbrush.
Yeah.
It's just gonna look like shit.
Okay, Barbara. Have a good night there in Wales, and thanks for joining us tonight.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. And you know what, Barbara, come back sometime when we're talking paranormal. Once we get moved we will be having on our paranormal guests and all kinds of stuff. So it'll be great.
Gary sprayed ants with Febreze.
Yeah, as soon as
Oh,
they
yeah.
get
wow, I never
as
heard
soon
of
as they
that.
get moved and set up down there, Paranormal Pride will be back on Monday nights.
And then I already have some guests that have contacted me to get on when we get back on the air.
We're gonna do some live investigations.
Yeah, I want to investigate the beach.
There you go. That'll work.
I've already had some people go, hey, we'd like to meet up with you down here and stuff. So yeah,
Well, you got, from what we've heard from a lot of your guests on the shows, is there's a lot of places down there to investigate.
Yeah, there's a
that
lot
are close by. You won't have to drive more than hour and a half, 2 hours at the most.
Well, that theater's just down the road from us.
Yep.
Right.
It is a neat looking theater. I mean, it will catch your eye.
Yeah, it's one of those things. I think it's like 3.5 miles away.
I didn't know it was a theater, but when she drove by the building, I'm like, wow, that's a cool looking building. Mm-hmm. And I saw the sign for theater, and I went, oh, okay, that's where the theater is. They said it was downtown. So
now, where down there where you're at, where's the closest airport?
Pensacola.
Yeah.
How far is that away?
25, 30 minutes.
Oh, okay.
If that.
And then the other airport is going to be Panama City Beach, which is about 1 hour and 20 minutes, and Mobile Airport, which is about 1 hour and 20 minutes.
Okay.
Tops. So, and then Birmingham is 3 hours away.
Right. Yeah.
So
if we ever decide to come down there, we'd probably have to fly, because I don't think Tammy could handle the 14, 16, 18-hour drive.
Yeah, it'd be even further for you.
That's why we break it up into 2 days most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
We usually leave in the afternoon of one day and then drive in the morning and get there in the daytime on the following day. Because it's, halfway is Memphis from here.
Right.
For you,
hello, Julie.
Hey, Julie.
Hey, Julie. For you, halfway might be Jonesboro.
Yeah.
Or you may not even go that way, because we're straight south of Nashville. So I mean,
and Birmingham.
I know. I know a lot of different roads going down through.
Oh yeah, I know you do.
Yeah.
Right. It just kind of depends on which way do you want to go.
Right.
Do you want to hit traffic in Memphis, or do you want to hit traffic in Nashville?
Yeah.
I'd say Memphis.
Memphis is better. Yeah.
But
Memphis is a lot easier. And then those big towns, you always figure to hit them at nighttime because they're easier to get through.
Memphis isn't that bad to hit, except during rush hour. Every time we've hit any bad traffic. So,
we're gonna hit. Coming back all the Memorial Weekend. That's gonna.
Well, luckily we're not going through that Arkansas part.
It doesn't matter.
I mean, down there by that lake. I mean, we're not coming up from like Biloxi area like we did that one time. That would be bad.
Hi, Crystal.
Yeah,
hey, Crystal.
She's over on Rumble.
I'm glad.
She follows it a lot over on Rumble.
So.
Let's see. She said the legendary Lee. Oh, God, these damn glasses. I'm tired of them already. The legendary Lee Candy is back talking smack about Nina Simon, who Lee met in 1960s on Rumble.
Oh.
Say what?
I don't know anything about that.
So.
Who wrote that?
Yeah, who wrote that? Was that Crystal?
Yeah, Crystal wrote that.
Okay.
Read that again.
Okay, just a second here. Okay. Oh, no, Crystal didn't write that. Relish wrote that. The legendary Lee Kennedy is back talking smack about Nina Simon, who Lee met in the 1960s.
Who are they?
I don't know.
I know he's talking about.
I don't know who they are.
No, it's Relish, so I have no idea.
Huh.
I'm not going to click on it and go find out either.
Hey, Julie, Ron and I met not too far from Memphis. I've never been to Graceland. I don't even know which exits it's on.
Driven by it.
And
I've driven by it.
Yeah.
Well, I
And I was
heard.
like, "Hi, Elvis. Bye, Elvis."
Oh,
See you, Elvis.
my dad had every single Elvis album ever up until my dad died. Okay, so my dad died the year before, 1 to 2 years before Elvis died. I think Elvis died in 77. My dad died in 75.
Elvis is dead?
Well, no, he went home. But he stopped putting out albums after that.
He's with his mama.
Yeah, so, I mean, he's like Tupac. I don't know where they are, but they still put out albums. You know?
That ain't no lie. They're still #1 sellers.
Oh, I know. And so, you know, Graceland would be someplace I would think about going only because of my dad. But other than that, I heard it was a horrible neighborhood and it's just not safe. But most of Memphis, from what I can tell, is not safe. I remember the first time I stayed there were gunshots in the parking lot of the hotel I was in. I was going, what in the hell did I do? Why in the hell did I get married and leave
That's
Baltimore?
Mark what happened when at a stoplight.
Oh,
No, if I went to Graceland, I'd have to pull out the echo box and say, "Are you still here, or did you leave? Did you exit the premises?"
well, or did he actually switch places with some other guy and go stay in a hotel or
Yeah.
Yeah, in that movie.
Bubba
Yeah.
Hotep?
Yeah, I think that's what happened.
But I have to say, I do love Bruce Campbell. He
Yeah.
is hilarious in everything he does. Now I want to see the Evil Dead series after seeing it on Impractical Jokers.
Yeah.
Now I got to see it. So, did you see that on Impractical Jokers that he got on there?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's funny.
We only watch Impractical Jokers
I didn't-
when we were on vacation. So when we started watching it here, it's like, okay, now that's weird. But
The Bell Witch Cave.
Well, you guys are moving out
No, not yet, but we are wanting to go.
at least you guys are moving out of the Kansas City area at the right time. You heard what the mayor in Kansas City did, didn't you?
no, what did he do this time?
What the idiot do this time?
Kansas City now is a sanctuary city
Oh yeah.
Sanctuary.
for transgenders.
Mm.
Oh,
Yay, goody goody.
Yeah. So I'm done with Kansas City. I'll drive through it, but there ain't nothing in there I need or lost anything that I got to go back and get.
No.
well, actually, it's lost something. But
Ed,
again,
Ed wants to know if you've ever experienced the Bell Witch Cave or cabin.
No, but we're wanting to go there, and we're not going to be that far from there.
we were actually supposed to go
Yeah, we're
7 years ago,
Yeah.
8 years ago. We were supposed to go, and I broke my foot. And I couldn't go in the caves until my foot healed.
Right.
And then it was too late. And, you know, we were trying to keep my foot, we wanted to make it heal a little bit longer before I started walking around in possibly a wet cave. So under the advice of the doctor, we didn't go, but hey, we're
Right.
not going to be
Yeah.
that far.
Oh, there's a lot in Tennessee that we want to go to.
Oh, yeah.
Where are you at? It says you should come up and visit us here in the RVA. Where is that?
Yeah. What's RBA?
Because to me, it
Richmond, Virginia.
makes me think of Richmond or Radford.
Roanoke. Roanoke.
Yeah. Richmond.
Richmond.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
that's
got
what I
family.
thought.
I used to spend a lot of time in Richmond when I was growing up. We had 70-degree Christmas Eves in Richmond, Virginia, at my uncle's house. But that uncle died, and his wife now lives in Daytona Beach. So we have an opportunity there just to see more family. So Ron's family and my family live in Florida. So, yep.
I think we might have more.
Yeah, we're going to have more probably.
Yeah, you're
So-
going to have more family down in Florida.
Mm.
You're
Well,
only once you all get all moved down there, you're only lacking what, one daughter?
Possibly.
Yep. Yeah.
So we have, I'm looking forward to July right now. I have a cousin that lives in Tucson, who's in Tokyo right now, by the way.
Oh,
Yep. Tucson to Tokyo. And she said that they're coming down to 30A in July. And so I hope that I get to be down there to see them. I haven't seen her since I saw her in the MGM Grand. I think that was 5 years ago. It was the last time I think it was the last time we flew to Vegas.
Julie wants to know when you move.
Don't know. We're partially moving. Yeah, we're partially moving on this weekend. So we're going to take down everything we possibly can that we don't need here. So we're breaking up our kitchen crap. We're breaking up all the crap that we can take down, and going to do that. So it'll be interesting.
I just drove around, wasted time today.
Oh, worked.
Like I said, the bins got picked up at the one store that I got to prep to remove by Friday because the truck's picking it up. Open the door. No, bins are still there. They lied. I went to move that machine. I got to move at ATM.
Oh, so.
And they said, "Oh, the guy's supposed to be here tomorrow."
Yeah, right.
Yeah, waste my time.
That's a lot of stuff that goes on like that.
Yep. And drive to Leavenworth. Leavenworth's kind of a pain in the butt to get to. But, yep. So I got to go back there again. I don't have time for it. But.
Now, your company knows have you gave your notice or anything?
No. How? I don't know when.
Right. Right. And I know you was looking down there. Did you get any bites from down there?
I had some, but then I kind of stopped because I don't know what to tell them when I be down. I told a couple of them. I said, June. They said, well, when in June? I said, I don't know. Pretty much. Give us a call when you get here. I was like, all right. That's kind of what I figured out. I was like,
I know.
I know a little bit more. I'll do something.
Well, hopefully in the next 24 hours, you'll hear something that'll take part of it off your mind. If they accept it and all that.
No, it's more.
Well, I don't know.
If we accept it.
Right. Oh, you don't know. So in other words, you don't know what offer they made.
No, I know how much their primary offer was. I do not know if they're going to change that offer.
Oh.
With repairs and all this other stuff. If we can walk away with the number that I shared with Ron a little while ago, then, hey, we're good. Not as great as I would like, but it takes the stress off because we already know. We know what dates, we know whatever else.
Doesn't matter. I'm gonna get what the damn thing's worth.
Right.
So if I gotta put some work in, that's fine. I haven't got to touch a house or do anything in 23 years. I don't like it as much as I used to. I did find that out because I used to rehab houses, and I liked doing it. It was fun, but it's not fun anymore. But I'll do it.
No, what I don't like is that white is.
But
not
this house
white.
could look totally different, but just a little bit of work. I mean, it'll look totally different.
Yeah, your house would be easy to do.
Yeah,
some of the houses I have to work on,
it's easy stuff. Yeah. Yeah. When you got to do,
Yeah, it's quite something.
Foundation work and
no
stuff like that. Yeah, that's
just like last week we had to go up to a house here in town and fire the roofers.
Yeah.
They left. We filled up a dump trailer completely full of stuff they left on the ground.
Yeah, I don't know. When I was buying and selling, rehabbing houses, I did a lot of the work myself, but I got to where I would hire an electrician. Like a drywall crew. I had a carpet guy, a plumbers. I mean, I went through all people, and I tell everybody today, I said, I think it's not possible, but it felt like I fired more hired. That's just how it is. I mean, like I said, I get good contractors who word of mouth, and they found out they sucked, and the good ones I kept. But yeah, when I got a good one, oh, believe me, I kept them. I had a really good carpet guy. Hell, he did the whole house for like $1,200.
Oh wow!
I don't know how Irene. He did it, but
hey Irene. It's been a while.
It's been a long while. Hopefully everything's good over there.
But I can do plumbing, but it takes me a while to do it. I had to redo the whole plumbing. I mean, the house sat vacant for 5 years, and the pipes just all, froze and everything.
Right.
So when I got the water turned on, I had water everywhere. So I got shut it off and tried to fix, like you couldn't do it. You just had to start from scratch.
No, that's what we did
all winter. I got a guy man put all new PVC pipe in, even redid the showers, toilets, everything. I mean, $2,600 redid. It was a 3-story house.
Right.
Replaced everything. $2,600. Him and his son did it in one day. It would have took me a week and a half by myself. Oh, yeah. And it was so much easier to write that check and be done with it in one day. We had the house right on the market.
Right.
And within a week.
Well, we did all winter when we had frozen lines in all these houses and everything. Yeah. That's when Jason said, okay, get ready. We're putting PEX in every one of them. So we redid water lines with PEX all the way through them entire houses. And I'll tell you what, it beat the hell out of that PVC and copper time-wise. Man, you just run line, fasten it up, put it up there, put your collar on it, connect it.
Yep.
We did the 6-plex that froze and busted over the winter down there. We ended up doing 2 apartments downstairs, 2 on the first floor and 2 on the other floor, all in one day, running them right up the walls.
So, Irene says we should get a house over in Japan. It's safer and more sturdy. I don't know about that. We got ours kind of built for hurricane standards.
At least 4.
Yeah, at least a 4.
And we don't have tsunamis, at least not that far inland.
And earthquake.
Right. That's true. Well, that's one thing. When you get down there, I'll be watching the weather a lot to see what you get down there.
I mean, the house we're in now is a well-built house. The one down there is a lot better built. I mean, it has to be.
Well, yeah.
It's brick. Wish this was brick, but.
Yeah, you got to get down there and get all the water and electricity and everything turned on.
Yeah, all that. That's what we're going to be running next week.
Actually, I have to call about our trash pickup and make sure that we haven't been being charged all along. So our trash pickup isn't supposed to start until next week.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, we got that. I got the water I can't get turned on until I go. They have to see my bright smiley face.
Yep.
Right.
So I already have the electric ready to transfer. And
if anyone ever has to go through the process of buying a house, everyone has their hand out. Everybody.
Oh, yeah.
But I will tell you.
Pay everybody for everything.
But seriously, buying that house down there, I have never had anything that easy. And we've done it all remotely too.
Yeah, we had some people on that end that knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
Right.
Realtors.
If you're buying a house, I mean,
everybody.
They actually covered quite a bit of our closing costs.
Covered about all of it.
Yeah.
I was going to say, you bought it straight from the builder, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it, like I
Yeah,
said,
and we didn't, because it's a new house, we didn't have to get in a bidding war.
Right.
Like on an existing house, that's possible.
Right.
I'm not doing that.
actually, I think on the houses that I had picked out, the used houses, existing houses, I don't think there would have been because most of those had been on the market for quite a while.
You never know.
But yeah, I mean, for Easter weekend, we did excellent on the timing and everything, and it was right before the interest rates hit. I mean, they hit 5% while we were doing this, and then now they're 6%.
Right.
So but
And
yeah,
they're gonna keep going up too.
it was like
Our first house was 8.5.
Ooh.
this house at one point
Yeah.
was 6 something. So we had
It was 8, 7 and almost 7.75 or something. Oh, there's the pins.
Mm-hmm.
And I gotta be back by 3, right?
No, we need to do it in the first thing in the morning.
Oh crap!
What time did you have? Because I have to
I gotta go out to Manhattan.
Only reason I'm saying first thing in the morning is if there's any problems, I got time to fix
All
them.
right. Now it'll just be a really late start.
Yeah. So I think the library opens at 9. So, but yeah, that's we're doing all of our closing at the library here in Lewisburg.
Right.
Did you know that the libraries have notaries available?
Yep.
I did not.
I did.
Mm-hmm.
They offer all kinds of stuff nowadays in the library that you wouldn't even think of.
That's right. They do.
9 a.m. So, yep. I figure because I have to do. So basically, we do all of our signing,
Very Coco.
and I have to take pictures of both of our driver's license. And we also have to present those to the notary.
Right.
But I have, like
Which
I said,
is not unusual.
right. That's not unusual, but I do have to make copies of them to send back, and then I have to scan all this stuff and send that back by email immediately before I mail it all back tomorrow. And I have to get it mailed out tomorrow so that they'll have it on the 18th. So that's why I want to do it as early as I can to make sure it all gets out. So, and God knows how much this packet costs because
shit. I don't know. I would have probably went there to Manhattan today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we have to have a witness. So if we go early enough to the library, we'll have a chance of having an adult witness as opposed to a 13-year-old gamer.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you go after 3 o'clock, and half the adults that work there are already off, and most of the people that you're going to find there are going to be the teenagers or the young kids playing games.
Right.
So, but I hope the person to help us tomorrow is going to be Miss Elizabeth, so I get to see her one more time. She used to be Leah's daycare provider when she was little. Yeah.
It would blame her.
We gotta blame her. She's a bad babysitter. No, but no, I remember her when she was just barely a teenager herself. So it just seems weird, but yeah, we got all kinds of instructions that we have to follow, and you'll have to bring your phone because I have to call during all this. So it's an interesting process. I swear I would have much rather, to be honest, I would have much rather driven down there and taken care of this in person. It sounds like a bitch.
Oh.
So.
Yeah, it's like there Sunday when we was down there, Tammy goes, "You got Ron's phone number?" And I went, "Nope."
He wouldn't have had it on anyway.
Well, he would have been talking.
No, he wouldn't have had his cell phone on.
Oh.
You would have needed our house number.
Yeah, I was talking to Brandon on my house phone.
We may not have a
Probably
house
won't
phone.
have one down there.
Well, I had two.
I probably will get a
two
phone.
phone numbers on your deal: work phone and cell phone.
Well, it just depends on which work phone it is.
It said it's no longer there.
Oh, that would have been Ron's old phone.
Okay.
Oh, That sounds like fun, Julie. Where is your out of town investigation
That's
going to
Irene.
be? Irene.
That's Irene.
Sorry. Brain fart. I was looking at Julie and reading Irene's.
Right. That's all right. But yeah, I mean, it was quite the day. But that lake there is beautiful. Now, people that fish in it, do they keep the fish or turn them loose?
Some do, some don't.
Oh, okay.
If they're big enough.
A father and son come back with about 5 or 6 poles. And I was looking, going, yeah, it don't look like they got any fish with them.
So it looks Irene's gonna investigate
Hiroshima.
Oh wow.
Or Hiroshima in some cases. I don't know how she says it, but
Irene, you gonna go live on your Japan Paranormal page when you investigate down there? That'd be interesting to watch. It really would.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so tired. Oh, sorry.
I know the feeling. I never get caught up.
So how was graduation and everything?
Oh, graduation was off the hook. If you've seen what I posted. Okay.
No phone. No.
You'd be so proud of Cassidy.
I am proud of her regardless. So
4th out of 120 she ranked.
Good for her.
And well, she goes, I didn't even try. I could have been 3rd. They had a test last week. She got a 98 on the test, and the other girl got a 99 and moved up into 3rd place.
Oh, wow.
And just think, if she hadn't missed school for being sick, she probably would have been in 1st place.
Oh, yeah. She goes, and really 4th place is the place she wanted to be. The first 3 had to get up and do a speech.
Oh.
Ooh.
She goes, I didn't want to.
That worked out then.
Hey, she got a $3,000 scholarship from the Cameron Hospital.
Oh, that's good.
Now.
And doesn't she, in Missouri, doesn't she get free community college as long as she keeps up with the good grades?
Right, but she's going to Northwest up at Maryville.
Oh, okay.
She's going to be a MRI tech.
Oh, okay.
That goes on the traveling semi MRI.
Yeah.
That's what she's wanting to do.
That's good.
So she's got that all lined up. But what she's got to do between now and this fall when she goes to college is right now she's back at the school with the band because they leave for Washington, D.C. here in a week to play in a national event out there. Okay.
Probably for the Memorial Day parade.
Probably. Anyway, then she gets back from that. June 8th, she goes to Spain for 30 days.
Wow.
To visit Lada, their foreign exchange student they had a couple years ago that they stayed in contact real close with. She gets back from that. She gets back with that. She's going to Paragould, Arkansas with us to the Paracon. She wanted to do that. Then, in the meantime, all that.
After all that, she's going to go, oh, Paragould sucks.
No, she's all.
Not that fun, to be honest. I mean, been there, done that.
Not much there.
The convention, she's excited about the convention, seeing all the people down there.
Yeah.
But,
that part.
People, that'd be good.
Another thing she's getting ready for, because she was in FFA, right? She got 1st place in the specialty division down at the state, right? That put her in to the national level that she's going to. And it all deals with the alpacas.
Yep.
Right? Nobody in Cameron has ever won 1st place at state in that division, ever. Cassidy was the first one. Then we had her graduation party the next day out at the farm, and it was hilarious. She had a blast. And I was
Good.
really shocked. Both sides of the family were there, right? And usually when both sides of that family get there, there's war somewhere. There wasn't at all Saturday. Everybody was easy to get along with. And I was sitting there when I got ready to leave. I told Mike and Carrie, I said, this has been a really shocking day. Nobody got in an argument. And Mike goes, the day ain't over yet. And I said, well, we're taking off. We got to get home anyway and stuff. But no, it was a fantastic day.
Did they have alpaca races?
No, they actually, Mike and Carrie, you see, they got the alpaca farm out there, right?
Yeah.
They now have these 55-gallon barrels that are cut with a hole in the center of them, right? With a seat in them, and they're molded onto axles. And they got about 4 of them that they pull behind their John Deere Gator.
Yeah.
So all the little kids, and I shouldn't say little kids, the adults were getting in these things and being pulled around the farm on it, right? Watching them get out of it was the funniest part.
Yeah.
They were stuck because it's not made for adults. It's made for little kids. But no, I'm so proud of Cassidy and everything. It's like I told her. We've told her from the beginning that anybody tells you you can't do it, you're going to do it. And stuff. And you set your mind to something, you go straight on through it. I mean, she walked down that aisle. The whole video was on the Bill of Rights Network's page. I put the whole video up on there, right? She's got her yellow slash on there from the 4 years of FFA and a degree in it. And then she's got 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 other braids with silver and blue and gold that mean different things. So she was decked out. Then we get done with the graduation. We all go out into the lunchroom area where everybody meets the graduates and stuff, right? She walks up, opens her diploma, and there's nothing in it.
That's right. There's never anything in it. They mail it.
I know.
Yeah,
At Cameron, they mail it. Every other school around here puts the diploma in it up here.
Really?
Ours Gallatin
does. Yeah, ours is always mailed.
Every school I've ever gone to.
Yeah, our colleges, they were
even
mailed.
back in the 70s, they used to mail it because they're not done calculating your grades yet.
I know, but down there she goes, I did all this schoolwork for this?
Well, and that's it. You do it all for a piece of paper that you leave in your garage for however many years, and you never see it again until you move.
The funny part about it is they're going to mail it to her when she's in Spain. So she won't get to see it until July when she gets back.
Well, it's better than not ever seeing it at all.
That's right. That's what I told her. I said, don't worry about it. You already got it. You got your enrollment in the college up there. You're all set up. They got your dorm room up there. Everything.
Yeah. So what's funny is that, I've got Ron and I both have bachelor's degree in business. You wouldn't know it. We never framed them or anything. It's like the transcript's worth more than the piece of paper.
It is.
To be honest, the transcript is what's important.
Right.
When you
bring out my gold rope, but it's already packed.
But yeah, I mean, it's something else. But yeah, she's got a full summer planned up. And out of the 120 kids, only 5 of them were going into the military.
It used to be more.
Uh-huh.
But 120 kids, that's not very much. I mean, I think Lacey's and Lauren's graduating classes were huge.
Yeah. Well, you're in a bigger area.
Yeah, I had
I don't know,
940 something.
Yeah. These
Yeah,
schools up there, Cameron has 120. I think Hamilton had 100. Gallatin had 35 or 40. So the smaller
Yeah,
schools.
we were all sitting. Me and my friends were all sitting in our little row, and we had like 6 or 7 principals, and they just took turns. They did about 100, and then the next one would come up and do 100, and they're out of breath, and they're rolling them through so fast. And the people just coming on stage, they'd announce their name, of course, alphabetical order, and we'd kind of all look at each other and go, "Who in the hell is that?" And like, I don't know. I think I saw him in the hallway once. I mean, about half our class, we didn't even know.
some of the schools.
Our school's so big, you didn't even know who they were.
Some schools do them over 2 days.
Oh, ours was long
because they break it up between A to M and N to Z.
Yeah.
And do it that way. What really sucks is when your last name is Myers.
Yeah.
And we had to sit through the whole beginning and all the way through to the end for Donna. My sister graduated.
That's not how they did it up here. You know how they did it up here? They broke it down into your grade GPAs.
Now, see, I don't like that because that's none of anybody's business.
Right. There was 11 of them in 4.0 and above. Cassidy had a 4.077 is what hers.
I don't mind him saying, hey, your grade point average was this, but I think it should just be alphabetical. That way, nobody gets their feelings hurt. And if they did better than 4.0 or they made the dean's list or the principal's list or whatever it is that they call it at that school, I think that they should say what their awards were. But there's always going to be that person who didn't get anything. Somebody who never excelled. They just basically went to school from home and came in.
The way I took it up there is they went who had the highest GPA. And the last one had the lowest GPA. That's how they ended up doing it.
Yeah, like I said, I would hate to have been that last person.
Yeah, and it was a young kid. And there was only 2 people clapping. And I looked at everybody in our row, all the family, Cassidy's family. And I said, everybody, start clapping for the kid. He's the last one up there. We're about done with this thing anyway. Clap. I said, that's humiliating for a kid to walk up there and you only got 2 people going.
Yeah.
But they did that. Cassidy was like the 3rd or 4th one to get her diploma. Walked up on stage.
See, you guys could have just left.
I know. Thought about it.
Hey, like I said, that wasn't very many. We had to do when we did Donna's. Oh my God, we went to Essex Community College in Baltimore, and we walked about a mile or so from where we parked. This is one of our first things that we did together, married, was go to Donna's graduation.
Mm-hmm.
And we had to walk about a mile from where we parked into the auditorium, and it was a Baltimore County school, so it was huge.
It got all messed up Friday at the graduation anyway, because we were supposed to have storms Friday night.
Right.
Okay. So 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours before the graduation. See, they were supposed to have it at the football field.
Yeah.
Right? Like they do every year. Well, 2.5 hours before the graduation, they decided to move it indoors to the gym. Right? So Cassidy said, make sure you're there 5:30, 5:45 to get a good seat. And I said, okay, no problem. Oh, we get up there, right? Walk in there, and the lady goes, you got your ticket? And I went, got my what? Why do I need a ticket to go to my granddaughter's graduation?
That's what we had.
Well, everybody's got to have a ticket. And I went, you're full of shit. So I said, call Cassidy and see what the hell is going on. So Tammy calls Cassidy and goes, yeah, I got your tickets. We'll be there in just a couple of minutes. And I went, okay. So she
Yeah.
shows up. We go outside, get the tickets, walk inside. I look at the lady and I would go, I got tickets now. You going to let me in?
Well, they do it because they have to keep track of how many people are in there for the fire department.
Well, they only allowed 10 per student to go in.
When,
Yeah.
you know what, though? In some schools, you're allowed 2.
Right.
So be glad that she was allowed 10.
She was.
And
then there was people that brought family in. And there were like 10, 15, 20 of them. Right? They were going to students that had extra tickets to get in.
Well, you know that last kid had some because he only had 2 people clapping for him.
Right. But I mean, we got in there. I got a good place to sit and stuff, and held the seats for the rest of them to come in. And I looked around and I went, boy, we got about 15 minutes till this thing starts. This thing ain't filling up worth crap. Then all of a sudden, I turn around and look, and I go, where in the hell did all these people come from? They filled both sides up, standing on the back wall, and I'm looking going, now how in the hell are the graduates coming in? They got the doors blocked. So they come down one doorway, and teacher guy there and stuff had to move this little kid sitting on the floor.
Oh.
If not, she would have got trampled.
Yeah.
And stuff. Got her moved up and moved back and said, let's go. So Cameron newspaper was there recording everything. So that video there is on the Bill of Rights Network.
You had storms that night, didn't you?
Well, they started, but nothing major. It all hit north of us. You're talking about the hail?
Softball size hail?
Yeah.
Oh, not golf ball. Pattonsburg, and Coffee had baseball size hail.
Because I had heard that somebody said softball size hail north of where you were at.
Right.
Yeah.
And what was funny, my neighbor across the street came out Saturday, and he goes, or
136
Sunday. He come out Sunday, and he goes, was there races up at the racetrack Saturday? And I said, yeah, there was. He goes, well, I was wondering, I was going to Kansas City, and on the northbound on I-35, there was this black vehicle that had Gulf Wing doors opened up.
That's what you were talking about.
And I sit there and I go, that wasn't a race car. That was Dominator 3.
Yeah.
The storm chasing vehicle, because he was up in Pattonsburg when they got hit. And then he drove across to Trenton when Trenton got hit up here. So, yeah, they got hit. The church up there got pretty well destroyed by a tornado or high winds that came through. But, yeah, I mean, when they're out there holding ice chunks as big as a baseball.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
One friend up there sent a picture of his truck. He goes, well, it's off to the repair shop. Every window in that pickup, that Dodge pickup,
I wouldn't want it back.
Shattered.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want it back because not only is it'd be water damaged as well.
Oh, it'd be water damaged, the dents in the body. I mean,
we're
not going around with a ball peen hammer. It looked like it went around with a sledgehammer.
And a can opener.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want it back.
I'd tell the insurance company total it.
And the thing is, they
usually do.
The thing is,
anymore.
Mine should have been totaled when I hit that piece of furniture. It was $9,000 on a 2017 car.
Yeah.
If it hadn't been for COVID, I guarantee and we didn't have all those shortages, I guarantee they would have totaled the car.
Oh, I know. It's ridiculous. But yeah, a lot of places got hammered hard, just tore up. But like I said, that Coffee is 12 miles north of us where they got hit. So, and we didn't get a drop.
Oh,
I mean, we're lucky.
We saw something Friday night. Just rain though.
Well, you know, when that Joplin tornado hit, there were graduations going on that night.
Uh-huh.
That day, yeah. It was during the graduation.
Yeah.
They had just finished some of them up.
Yep.
So
I know.
it,
Irene said her son's school is haunted and people start feeling sick at the event in the gymnasium.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Hey, what night is she going to do the investigation?
I don't know.
Hiroshima.
And what time? Our time.
She said in June.
Oh, in
Irene
June?
said
Yeah,
Irene said it'll be on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to watch that.
Yeah,
I
it'll be in June, so we'll watch that.
We'll have to look up the Night Watchers Paranormal.
Yeah. I'll have something on
Adelaide, Japan. So let's check that out on YouTube. Get with it so I can see that.
Speaking Japanese.
Interesting.
But
So,
yeah.
You can interpret.
Yeah, she'll have to interpret. Otherwise, it'll be. I wonder what the Echovox speaks there.
Should speak a language.
That would be interesting. Irene, do you have EchoVox 3 on any of your devices there?
I mean, because we've heard it speak German, we've heard it speak Spanish,
Japanese,
and we have heard. Yeah. We think it was Japanese.
Yeah, it was.
I don't speak Japanese, so I don't know. But
well, you would think over there it would speak more Japanese than every once in a while get English in it.
Yeah, I would hope so. But
that's interesting, though, that you bring that up like that.
Well, because like I said, we've heard it speak Japanese at the Pythian Castle.
Mm-hmm.
We've heard it speak actually Italian there as well.
Yeah, and German.
And we've had German up in Atchison.
Mm-hmm.
Or some German there.
We had German and Spanish at the Caldwell County Courthouse and jail there one night and stuff. So, yeah, I mean, it's amazing what comes out of it.
It was really, sorry. What's really amazing is when it's valid, that it's speaking something that you didn't know about, and it's valid to go with the location, especially when it's in another language.
And that one lady spoke
German
fluently, and she started asking questions in German.
Well, that's the same way when we was investigating the old jail down there at Kingston. Me and Gary's in there, and finally the deputies decided they would come over. We'd asked them several times before, and none of them ever showed up. And got in there, and 3 of them left real quick, and the other one there, when the echo box started talking, he started talking back to it. And I told Gary, I said, that's Spanish coming out of that. I can't understand it, but I know it's Spanish and stuff. And I looked at him, and for 5 minutes, he's talking to the echo box, this deputy is. Then he looks up and goes, what the hell am I doing? And he left. We never did find out what it said.
Yeah, that's the one thing. I can understand Spanish, almost all of it. I can't speak it, but I know what I'm hearing when I hear it. I don't have to guess. But
well, one nice thing about it, if it does talk Spanish, I can record it. When it's recorded like that, I'll take it to Katina, my niece. She's a Spanish teacher. And I'm going to say, what's it say?
Yeah, it's been a little while for me, but I can still get it.
And I didn't have to take any of that in high school. It wasn't required.
I took 4 years. I mean, I quit high school in 10th grade, okay? But I still, I started in 7th grade.
Right.
So I've got quite a bit of experience with Spanish, but it's no different than taking your typing classes. If you don't use it, you lose it.
Right.
So.
Oh, I know. But, yeah, it wasn't that required at Hamilton back in those years. So,
well,
it was no big deal.
One of the funny things I was watching, it was on TV, and they were talking about people coming to visit from other countries. And on some of these countries, they don't allow you to visit, or well, they don't allow you to come and live there unless you speak the language.
Right.
They don't say, "Oh, you speak English, you're fine." I was watching this and I was like, I said, that's the way it should be. You go to their country, you should be speaking their language.
Right.
I think it just makes sense.
Yeah, Gary, I know your son-in-law speaks Spanish. He's a little on that side anyway.
But yeah, I mean, I don't think that I should be allowed to go to Italy if the only thing I can say is pizza, or pasta, marinara ain't going to get me anywhere. But yeah, I think that you should be able to speak the language.
Well, that's what I told Cassidy. I said, well, you're going to have a blast over in Spain. Lotta is the only one in her family besides her sister that speaks English. Mom and Dad don't speak a drop of English at all.
Well, you know what? Being immersed in it, she may learn it.
Yeah, she'll learn quite a bit of it. But
Plus,
she'll get to meet Mom and Dad over there and see their hardware store. And they're going out to see Grandpa that owns the winery out there.
Hopefully she'll find out that she likes Moscato. Because that's it's not overly sweet. And It's not dry, usually.
But
because she'll be old enough to drink there.
I know it. And it's going to be funny because she earned this through her education and everything. So Mom and Dad surprised her and stuff and bought all the tickets and everything and got it all set up. So that was pretty cool.
She needs to watch One Crazy Summer before she goes. I love that movie. Anytime I get down and out and stressed out, One Crazy Summer. John Cusack, Demi Moore, and it's the summer that John Cusack graduates from generic high school. And they decide to go to Nantucket for the summer. And it is hilarious and it'll just make you laugh. So you guys out there, watch it. It'll make you laugh. It's so stupid. It's just funny.
Well, the nice thing is, Lotta, ever since she flew back, they have been in touch once to twice a week talking. So that's been, oh my God, 2 years, 3 years ago.
So did Lotta graduate too this year?
Lotta graduated last year.
Okay. Yeah. Did she graduate here or there?
Over there.
Okay.
They can't graduate here.
Okay.
Right.
They go to school here, but when they go back over, they had to do one more year.
Okay.
Yep.
And over there where she goes to school, you know how our kids go from classroom to classroom to classroom. Over there, the students sit in one room and the teacher goes from classroom to classroom to classroom. So
it's a control thing.
It is. But no.
Yeah, we had a lot of exchange students at our school.
I don't remember any.
You don't? Oh, wow. I hung out with quite a few. I just thought it was really interesting to hear about other people's countries and their culture. And
well, you heard Orlandis on my team talk about he lived up by you where you grew up, and he went to school in South County. That's more of what I dealt with was busing.
Right.
Kids, not foreign exchange students, inner city exchange students.
Yeah.
Desegregation. It was horrible. I mean, it was good for some of the kids that really wanted to do what they wanted to do with their lives. But when we moved one time and they go, nope, we're going to be busing these kids to the inner city. Your kid's gone there. We're going to send her back. And my mom goes like, hell, you are.
Yeah.
So,
Well, that's kind of like Cameron years and years ago. They've always had foreign exchange students come in, go to school, and then go back to their country, right? One year back there in the, I don't want to say early 90s, they had a foreign exchange student come in from Spain, right? Young man. At his school, he was the number one soccer player in the area, right? So they brought him in. Cameron had just started soccer. They hadn't done much with it and stuff. So he got into that. Well, the football coach seen him out there and asked him, would you be interested in going out for football? Well, the kid, he hauled around. The guy said, come on in. They got him in, right? They made him the kicker.
Yeah.
Right? He took them to state that year. This kid was kicking 60-yard field goals. He had a leg that was dynamite. Right?
Yep.
So much as when he got done there at Cameron and went back home, the year after he graduated, he flew back. He lives in Cameron. He's the soccer coach over there now.
Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, that was always the big thing there when they brought a male foreign exchange student in. What sport did you play? They're always after that. But they've had some doozies here lately. Mike and Carrie Cinsalata, they've had two others that lasted a week.
A week?
Oh yeah, they got rid of them. One girl they had there, all she wanted to do come this country was to party. They could not get that girl controlled in any way, shape, or form. They finally contacted the people they needed to contact there and had her moved into another house.
Oh, so they didn't send her home.
Well, they moved her into another house. In 2 weeks, she was back in Germany in her home. Because they couldn't get her. All she wanted to do was go out and party. She would come home drunk, everything.
And the thing is in Germany, I wonder if it's still the same way. If you can see over the bar, you can have it.
Pretty much.
Right. And then the last girl they had there, she didn't like living on the farm.
Too rural?
So, yeah, very too rural with the alpacas.
No, all the ones we had seemed just real good.
Right. So she moved into town and everything with another family and finished out the school year. But then the one kid they had there from Germany, the boy, his parents requested he came home. After the PE teacher got caught with the cameras in the bathrooms at the house and at the school.
Wow.
What?
Yeah.
Was he being abused?
No. This guy was into porn.
Wow.
Oh, the PE teacher was.
Yes.
Okay. So the parents were like, we don't want our kid around that.
Yeah, because in court, they had to get their permission because he was on some of the footage. So, yeah, it was an ugly, ugly deal. So bad that he got sent to prison and his wife up and moved away from the area. It got so bad.
I don't blame her.
I would have too if I was her.
Oh, yeah. And the worst part about it, he had kids. They had kids.
Yeah.
And, oh, yeah, they had to move. It was just one of those deals. But, yeah, that's some of the deals that Cameron's had with their foreign exchange students. Now, Gallatin up here, I don't think they've had a foreign exchange student in the last couple of years.
Yeah, I don't know if we have any here. I don't.
We had a foreign exchange student. He was from Brazil, and he was really good at soccer too. He played on our soccer team, but unfortunately our soccer season and football was in the fall.
Yeah,
where we went to school. So, but he said, yeah, I can kick field goals. I know I could do that too. So we were, I could kick field goal. I was a pretty good kicker too. But anyway, we got a football one time. We're out, practicing kicking field goals, and we were kicking them pretty good. And he was really good. And there was always a lot of people out there. It was like a practice football field in the park.
right.
Tons of people out there all the time. And one time we decided to play a little joke. People sit there and watch you kick. We're kicking, 40, 45 yards in that.
Uh-huh.
And one time as a little joke, we were sitting around talking. I said, wonder how far we can kick field goals if we filled it with helium, the ball.
Yeah.
And we got a little bit, well, it was about NFL size football. Rather, usually kicking like a college size is a little bit smaller. And when we got the NFL size football, filled it with helium. A friend of ours had a can of helium. And man, you can nail them pretty good.
Yeah, you can.
We're hitting them from 60s. Yeah, everybody's out there. You guys playing for the Chiefs? Yeah.
Yeah, we're just practicing.
Yeah, we're just out here. I mean, we had tons of people lined up watching. Yeah, can we come out and try? No. No, just us. Yeah, the first time we kicked it from 45, I went to nail. I'm like, oh, man. Hey, let's move that thing back to 60.
But yeah.
Oh, my gosh. It was funny.
But yeah, we got about 13 more minutes left on the show. But you guys be real careful driving down there.
Yeah.
With all these crazy idiots.
All I got to do is sit there and tell him if there's an accident ahead. That's the only thing I ever watch for is, is there an accident on the route? Is there any changes to the route because of something? Like, is it, because right now in Memphis, they've got construction as you come across the bridge.
Yeah.
Across the Mississippi. But yeah, we won't be able to go 75 miles an hour, not this time. So
no.
That's going to add a little time. But we now know where we're going to be stopping for the night. If we get out at a decent time, we are going to try to stop after Memphis. But otherwise,
you'll do something to delay it.
But we now know not to stay in Jonesboro. That's what we do know. There's a little town after Jonesboro called Truman.
Yep.
And it's nice. It's clean.
We're for every hotel in Jonesboro.
Yeah. Except for
can't find a good one.
Actually, that one, the Comfort Suites, was really nice. But it's not worth $100 and some odd bucks a night if you're getting in late and getting up early.
Yep.
Just not worth it. So I don't know about other people, but I'm not willing to overspend on a hotel.
I still like my idea better. Get an 18-wheeler and hire you to drive it down.
There you go.
I mean, we could fill up 18-wheeler.
48 or 53 foot.
Either one. We could fill it.
But I still need a car when I get there.
I'm hoping. I don't know. I'm hoping I don't have to rent a 20-footer on the final.
We can get. All we got to do is find a set of ramps. We can load your car in the back semi.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is on the
I've
second.
hauled limousines in one before, so I know.
Yeah, but that's a waste of space at that point, you know.
Yeah,
But
it
again,
is.
you know, on the second trip, I'm driving. I'm not. There's no need for him to take a trailer because I'm only making one
we
trip
won't.
down at that point.
Yeah.
Right.
You know?
Oh, we got cats and everything. So.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting to say the least.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be.
So, and I just know that the last trip with the animals might be. Well, let's just say I know that if we get them out of the crates, there's no getting them back in them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it'll be a straight haul.
Mm-hmm. It's going to have to be.
Probably be a 3 a.m.
Open the crates up in the house.
Oh, yeah. Because, like I said, we can't stay in a hotel. Because once you get the cats out, they're going behind the beds. And
might be leave at 3 a.m. trip.
So,
Yep.
So next week, hopefully, if I'll let you know how we're doing on time and stuff on if we can make it on the show on Tuesday. But
we might need a break anyway.
Yeah,
Okay.
we might need a break. So don't.
Hey.
No, I mean, might need a break so we can sit and talk with you guys.
If we got the internet hooked up,
yeah, it's supposed to be hooked up
we
on
can
Monday.
use your phone.
It'll be hooked up on Monday.
Okay.
So
it'll be lightning fast.
Be better
1,200 gig.
Ooh.
300.
300.
It'll feel like 300.
Yeah, like I said, we have 25 up and 1 down. So anything's going to be better than what we got now. So I know.
I'm surprised we don't cut out more often on this.
I know you do every once in a while.
I know. I'm just surprised it doesn't happen a lot more.
People ask me, how do you get your work done? Pulling down million-line reports, 19,
That's why you don't get nothing
19
done.
20 megabyte reports. I said, probably because, or not megabytes, gigabyte reports. How do you get those reports down? I said, just patiently wait.
Well, that and during the daytime, there's probably not that many people on that internet as compared to nighttime.
Actually, the schools are on the same internet.
Oh. Well.
So it's going to help as far as that's concerned. But, yep, don't know how you're going to be seeing us next week. If you're going to be seeing us sitting on the ground in our new bedroom or living room, dining room. It'll probably be our bedroom because it probably
We'll be sitting on the ground, all right.
It won't echo as much in the bedroom as it will in the rest of the house.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, I have a place.
You may be sitting outside on your back porch.
Maybe, but I don't. That would be sitting on the concrete on the ground.
No, we're gonna bring in a little fold-up chairs.
I was going to say there's some fold-up chairs somewhere. If you gotta go Walmart, get some fold-up chairs.
We do have some of those.
Yeah, we'll bring them.
But tables, we don't have a lot of tables, so that'll be interesting.
They bring our kitchen table too. I got a room.
Yeah, we might. So it depends on what we got done.
Yeah.
So
I kind of wanted to leave the kitchen table in case, for staging and that, to, show the house, but it's like, hell with it. They'll figure it out.
Yeah,
they'll figure it out.
It actually, sometimes one of the houses we looked at was easier to look at because it had all the furniture in it.
Yeah.
But it had really big furniture. And it's like, I liked it. That was the one that
it does add something to it,
but it's not necessary. Sometimes people can't picture their own furniture at that point.
Well, a lot of times it's better not to have furniture in it. That way they see all 4 walls and go,
yeah.
Oh, we're changing the color.
Well, we hope that that's what they're saying. We have one room we have bathroom that's painted yellow. We have Ruby's room that was painted yellow. We have our bathroom that's 2-tone blue now. Then Leah's room was painted purple and white. And so we painted over all the purple in there. And then
whoever buys it will change the paint.
Well, the paint's already changed on some of it. But down in Lauren's room, it's painted multiple colors in her bathroom.
Well, the thing is, the paint that we got, it's got primer in it. It's white, but they could paint it it'll stick right to it.
Oh yeah.
Now it will.
Yeah. It's got primer already in it.
Right.
So, the main thing is anybody who tells you that you can paint over semi-gloss with flat,
Takes a few coats.
2 to 3 coats to do it. And then you
Every
still
bit
got to
of it.
worry. And then you still got to worry about if it's going to peel. So don't you believe it.
Oh,
don't.
I know. I did that out on a farmhouse out here in the country for friends. They had a white kitchen. She wanted it in a reddish maroon color.
Uh-huh.
It took me 5 coats
Woo.
to get that red to cover that white.
Wow. I know. It's ridiculous, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it's because it was a semi-gloss, and then we was going over it with another semi-gloss.
Well, now see, semi-gloss on
it wanted to slide. It wanted the paint wanted to slide.
Yeah, it wasn't want to stick.
Well, so in that case, that's when you should have used primer with it over it, but you still might have had the skinning.
Right.
Yeah, I actually like this paint we got.
I told him, I said, if we ever do this again, you're buying kills. And we're going to kills the wall, and then I'm going to paint it.
You know what? You don't even have to do that now. You can get kills tinted the color you want.
I know.
So that way you save some time.
It does.
But I will say one thing. The better paint is really better paint.
It is. The cheaper paint, you're wasting your time on.
Yep, you're wasting your time, and you're painting it. You're going to have to buy more paint. So you're going to have to buy 3 times the paint you would if you bought bare.
Yeah, I was going to say bare is probably the best.
I'll see what kind of paint Jason buys. I got 2 houses to paint the insides of the house.
Now the
whole
has
thing,
some good
the whole
paint.
house, or
well, one is a story and a half house, and the other is the big, gigantic 2-story house that we're cleaning out right now.
Inside or out?
Inside.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 rooms downstairs, and then 1, 2, 3 rooms upstairs and a hallway, and the hallway going down the stairs.
I can't stand having to paint around all this crap.
Are you going to spray it or roll it?
I'll roll it.
Yeah.
It has a better texture when it's rolled.
I know it.
It does.
I mean, just saying.
You could use a drum.
I got a lot of work to do on the walls before I paint it.
Could try the drone, Carl.
Yeah, I could.
But I will say, I don't mind spackling a wall if it's been painted with semi-gloss paint first, because you don't usually have to sand it. You can just wipe it down with a wet rag and you're done. That's the one part that
I was gonna
can't do on a flat
tie
wall.
some springs on my shoes and
yeah. Well, the nice thing about it, when we paint these big rooms or rooms at all and everything, we get the 18-inch rollers.
Oh,
paint rollers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So that helps out. Oh, it does. It goes through a lot of paint, but you can cover a big area real quick.
Yep.
And a couple of them rooms are big, big rooms.
It's the height that is a bigger problem for me. I don't like the really high ceilings.
Right. Well, these don't. It's 2-story house with 8-foot ceilings. Well, not even 8 foot. They got suspended ceilings in them.
Wow.
Oh, well, that helps. Now this room here, we have 9-foot ceiling in here, but in the living room and dining room, like I said, it's ridiculously high. It's about 40 feet from the floor to the ceiling.
Right.
And there's no good way to do it. And
no, them girls tore that house up like you would not believe. We've got to rip all the carpet, every piece of flooring out of that entire house.
Yeah.
And redo it.
That's luckily, pretty much what they have to do with every apartment these days.
Yeah. Luckily, one room upstairs, we don't have to do that to. All we got to do is paint the floor again. somebody had a painted floor up there, but I'm sure he'll do something different in it because as
Yeah.
soon as we get it all done, we got people waiting to rent it.
Well, that's good.
And same way with the other house. The other house is what we call our Mexican house because the ones that had me in Mexico down here, they closed down and sold out to El Maguey in Cameron.
Oh, El
So,
Maguey is a good franchise.
yes, it is.
Huh.
Yes, it is.
I
Well, the
don't like
one,
it in Springfield, though.
well, and El Maguey is under different names of restaurants too.
Yeah.
The one in Hamilton is Senor Baragas or something like that. That's El Maguey.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know that until the other night. I was taking Tammy out to dinner. I said, let's go to Cameron to El Maguey's. So we're in Hamilton. And I said, you know what? I've never ate at this Mexican restaurant in Hamilton, the new one.
Yeah.
So we went in there. Man, fantastic service, great food, everything. And I was talking to the guy in there. And I said, so are you guys the ones that's getting the one up in Gallatin? He said, yeah. I said, well, I heard El Maguey's getting it. And they go, this is El Maguey's. I said, no, it's a different name out here. And he goes, it's another name for El Maguey. And I went, oh, okay. But I said, that waiter there, he earned his big tip I gave him. The man could speak really good English, right? And was there at our table every 3 minutes to see if we needed anything, to get us fresh drinks, everything like that. I mean, you couldn't ask for better service. And I said, make sure you take that to Gallatin because you guys will make a killing up there.
Yeah.
So
That's good. So, you know what? We'll see everybody next Tuesday night at 5 p.m. Central right here on the Bill of Rights Network. And we can't wait to hear what you guys want to talk about. Please bring us some paranormal questions.
yeah.
Or anything you want to hear us talk about. Let us know. We want to talk to you. We want to talk to what you want to hear. So, Carl, where else can they hear Paranormal Radio Nation? Blah, 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 blah.
Okay. They can hear us over on Things Network. We're live over there. They can also see us on the Temple of Phoenix Rising Entertainment page, over on Japan Paranormal page, Twitter. You can find us there on the Bill of Rights Network on Twitter, and you can find us on Born TV over on Rumble. So check all those locations out. Go to the Bill of Rights Network on Facebook, and you'll see a list of all our shows up there and the times they're on. So everybody have a great evening, and we'll see you. I'll see you here next week. Ron and Denise may be relaxing after their adventure. So if they do, we'll do some echo box and necrophonics and answer any of the questions you have out there.
We might really want to have time to go to the beach.
Right. So everybody have a good evening, and we'll see you later.
See ya.
Good night, everyone.